All creation I sing, praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything, and I will adore you. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, was and is to come. With all creation I sing, praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything, and I will adore you. Thank you. Alright.
I'll go and get the bread.
Yeah, take a break.
We have like probably 20 people watching. It's not live, but it's probably 20 people watching. That's how many subs I got.
Nice. Sweet.
Hey guys.
Subs.
Subs. Subscribers.
Yeah. I've never paid my subs. Alright. So. Yeah, we're talking about him. Alright. So, as I said, so for my church, for a Catholic church, for kind of mainline folks, this is the season of Advent.
What's Advent?
I'm glad you asked. Advent is a word that means waiting. Waiting. What are we waiting for?
Jesus to come back?
Jesus to come back, right? Yeah. Right? So we're waiting for, what are we waiting for? Like, anybody have an Advent calendar? Yeah? So there's like a little thing every day?
Every time I order pizza, I wait for the pizza to get there.
Okay.
Is that kind of right?
Right. Anybody have an Advent calendar?
No.
Where there's like a thing every day? Okay. So
Like
sometimes
chocolate?
it could be chocolate.
Yeah.
There's a thing.
I've had those
There's a
before.
thing called an Advent calendar, and so there's 25
Yeah.
little things, and you get a chocolate for each day.
Yes.
Why?
It has.
What's the point of that?
I don't know. All I do is I get chocolate.
Okay, you get a chocolate every day. Why? What are we waiting for? What is it counting down to?
Diabetes.
No. Well, yeah.
Jesus' arrival.
Jesus' arrival, Christmas, right? And we know that probably, most likely, Jesus was not actually born on December 25th. But it's a good day to celebrate because we don't know when it happened, right? So it's a way to help us to wait. Because is patience hard? Is it
Yes,
hard to wait
sometimes.
for something? Yeah.
Sometimes.
Definitely, I have no patience.
Yeah.
But I have it.
I'm impatient.
But I have ADD. So I look at everything. I see everything.
Nice, okay.
So.
Like that
So-
piece of paper that fell out of your pocket 2 weeks ago. I was looking at you and immediately looked at the paper.
Alright. So Advent is the season of waiting because we're waiting for celebrating Jesus' birth, right? But we're also waiting for, what did we just sing about in the Revelation song?
When we come back?
Yeah. Or it's coming back again, right? We're also waiting for that. Now the people who are waiting and for a long, long time, we're waiting for Messiah. What does Messiah mean?
Savior.
Nope.
Sent one.
Sent one, close.
Jesus.
Yeah, we know he means Messiah, but Messiah technically means anointed one. So someone anointed with oil.
What is
Anointed, like put some oil on you. Who in the Bible are people who are anointed?
Moses.
Moses, I don't think was anointed.
Jesus.
Jesus was.
Was John the Baptist was?
No, I believe so. Not that I know of. Specifically, kings were anointed. So, like, Samuel goes out and anoints King Saul, anoints King David, right? Puts oil on their head and says, hey, you're marked for something special. I believe they were all anointed, all those kings, yeah. There was definitely a King George. And I have a feeling they were probably anointed. But they were waiting for the anointed one who was to come. And they were waiting for this shoot to come out from Jesse. They're waiting for Jesus, but they didn't realize it. And I thought we would look at the beginning of Matthew. Where's Matthew? I'm sorry, not Matthew. No, you already have one.
Alright.
And I don't want you to have the diabetes. So, we're actually looking at the beginning of Luke. What is Luke? What is the book of Luke?
Old Testament, New Testament.
New Testament. One of the
stories. Bible stories.
Yeah, about who specifically?
Luke.
It was written by Luke.
Oh, John.
Then how come Romans isn't like Paul?
So it's weird.
I am so confused.
So the first 4 books of the New Testament are called Gospels because it's about the good news of Jesus.
Yay.
Yeah.
I
So
get
it's
that.
about sometimes his birth. Two of them include his birth, but about his life and death and resurrection. Okay? About the good news. So those are all named after either who wrote them or who, like, we think maybe, or at least history or church tradition
Well, who
says.
they writing to? Because Paul's writing to the Romans and Romans.
Right. But Paul wrote a bunch of letters. So if they were all named Paul, or 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, Paul, that'd be like super confusing. So instead, since those are written as letters, they're named after the people they're written to. Yes?
Have you heard of 20th Paul?
I don't know how many letters of Paul there actually
I
are.
think there were like 3.
Yeah. We can count them up. And then there's the whether they were actually written by Paul or they just seem anyways. So we're not going to get into that. So Luke chapter 2. Luke chapter 1 is about the annunciation or about the birth of John. But Luke chapter 2. In those days, a decree went out from Emperor Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration. That's not. No, I want to go back further. I'm sorry. You'll hear that later. All right. In the 6th month, this is chapter 1 of Luke, starting with the 26th verse. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a town in Galilee called Nazareth, to a virgin engaged to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. The virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, "Greetings, favored one, the Lord is with you." But she was much perplexed by his words and pondered what sort of greeting this might be. The angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And now you will conceive in your womb and bear a son." Isn't too much. "And you will name him Jesus, and he will be called Son of the Most High. The Lord God will give him the throne of his ancestor David. He will reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there will be no end." And he said to the angel, "How can this be, since I'm a virgin?" The angel said to her, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you, and therefore the child is to be born will be holy. He will be called the Son of God, and your relative Elizabeth, in her old age, has also conceived a son. And this is the 6th month of her who was said to be barren. For nothing will be impossible with God." But Mary said, "Here am I, the servant of the Lord. Let it be with me according to your word." And the angel departed from her. Yes, started.
Why did he tell Mary to name her son Jesus?
Why did? That's a good question. I think it was part of the information. The big news was not that his name was going to be Jesus.
Is that he's going to have a baby?
Yeah, right. guess what? You're going to have a baby. That's the big news. But I've never really thought about why you said Jesus. Yes?
Maybe it could be something in like the actual like the dictionary for like the names and stuff. Maybe it means like Messiah or something there.
It also means his name in Aramaic Hebrew is Yeshua, which is like Joshua actually. Yes.
What is the student's name? He's in the Bible, and he has a son, and he's 100 years old, and his wife is barren.
Abraham. Alright. So, Mary, she's told by Gabriel, you're going to have a baby. Right? What did you hear about this, who this baby's going to be? Besides Jesus, his name's going to be Jesus.
You're a virgin.
Right? She's like, how can this be because I'm a virgin? Right? What's his answer?
It does not matter.
Kind of. Like, God's going to figure it out, right? The Most High is going to come upon you and he's going to figure that part out. How does that work? I have no idea. We're going to have to figure that out later. But this is what he says. But what I think is most interesting is she hears this news, right? And she's probably around y'all's age. This is a bare fact, right? She's unmarried, so therefore she's probably very young. And they got married at that time, 13, 14, 15 years old. And that's as old as you need to be to start having babies. Right? So that's the whole idea. And adolescence is a fairly recent sort of cultural construct that we have. In that day, you were a child until you were about 13 years old, and now you are an adult.
Yay!
There's no kind of in-between.
The Jacob stuff.
I am crazy.
Yeah.
Again, very recent social construct. Alright, so it is. What I think is most interesting is he tells her this crazy news, right? And first she asks, okay, how's that going to work? And he goes, don't worry about it. It's going to work. And what did she say ultimately in response? Do you remember?
I think your dog
Yeah, I think they are. I understand dogs pretty well, and what they're saying is what Mary said. Let it be with me according to your word. Right? She basically says, all right, I'm okay with that. Whatever that's going to be. What does that mean for her to be married, to be going to have a baby? She's 13, 14 years old, and is not married.
There's gonna be a lot of pain.
There's going to be a lot of pain.
Jeez, I don't know.
That's true. That's true.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. What else? What does it mean for her culturally?
She could. Future years, she could die. What?
That she's gonna be the one that births the Messiah into the world.
So maybe that's part of it. Like this is a great honor. She's buried, and he says that this guy is going to be the son of David.
There's a cat in this house.
Yeah.
I wanna go.
It's in the.
Don't tell me it's a dog.
It's with the things on. They're okay. They get along.
Oh, okay.
They're just like our pet.
They don't care.
Just like that. So. Yeah, so she knows that this is a great honor, but also, what does it mean for her culturally? What would it mean for one of your classmates to come back after Christmas break and be like, hey everybody, I'm going to have a baby?
I would
What
say.
does that mean?
I swear it's gonna be Chauncey. It's probably gonna be the one.
I'm gonna say that.
No, let's not.
I'm
So
gonna,
it's on YouTube.
I'm gonna say
Oh
one.
yeah, on YouTube.
Right. Like this is, like what are you talking about?
Like you're too young to have a child. You haven't gone through puberty yet.
Well, the fact that she's going to have a baby probably pretty much solidly puts her in the post-puberty. Yeah. But That's weird. That's crazy, right? What are people gonna think about her?
She is a freak
Trash.
in a trash.
Trash.
She's
Okay,
a
that's,
prostitute.
okay, maybe not that far, but maybe at least trash, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? Say she's engaged, so this is getting beyond our culture a little bit, right? She's engaged to somebody else. What is he gonna think?
I would say
doing stuff.
I would say
That is the clear assumption. You've been doing something, and I know it's not me, so it's got to be somebody else, right? But all of this, she takes all of these things. What do you think her parents are going to think?
what have you been doing?
That she's been doing stuff, right?
Yeah, stuff.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you make
And she takes all of that on. She goes, okay, I'm going to do it because it's important. In this way, she becomes the first disciple.
Wait, Mary was a disciple?
Yeah.
There was 2 Marys.
There's lots of Marys.
Mary had a little lamb with
That one didn't know Jesus, I'm pretty sure. Though she was also a shepherd.
I don't know.
Well, we know she was a shepherd.
Wait, is shepherd just short for shepherd?
Oh my gosh.
So, she goes and visits her cousin Elizabeth, who is going to have a baby even though she's old. She's on the other side of the spectrum. And Mary sings this song when she meets Elizabeth. Mary said, "My soul magnifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior. For he has looked with favor on the lowliness of his servant. Surely from now on all generations will call me blessed. For the Mighty One has done great things for me, and holy is his name. His mercy is for those who fear him from generation to generation. He has shown strength with his arm. He has scattered the proud in the thoughts of their hearts. He has brought down the powerful from their thrones. He lifted up the lowly. He has lifted the hungry with good things, filled the hungry with good things. Sent the rich away empty. He has helped his servant Israel in remembrance of his mercy, according to the promise he made to our ancestors, to Abraham and to his descendants forever." She seemed praise. She's like, this is super cool. God is going to do something amazing in this.
Oh,
The Bible!
Because she and all of her people have been waiting for this coming Messiah, this Emmanuel, God with us. And that's what we're waiting for as well. Okay? So we're waiting for Christmas, but we're also waiting for Jesus to come and show up in our lives. To be real. Do things that we're not expecting. We're waiting for Jesus to come again. For all things to be restored to the way it's supposed to. So. Cool?
It's cold.
It's cold? Nice. Why don't you come over here and you can be oh, you turned off.
No, I didn't.
Oh my goodness. You turned off all the things.
the TV.
Real long
They can't see
thing.
the TV.
Real long thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
What's that?
They can see you
No,
though.
Oh, we should pray actually. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. We should pray. So update on Sunshine. Thank you for bringing the goodies.
Yes. Well, that's goodies.
What are you bringing?
Shush!
Stuff.
Stuff. I don't get creative and made her own eat.
I got creative.
Get
No.
Your perfect car.
No. Sometimes you get well.
Oh.
Soon. And then I just put get well soon.
Alright.
Because I didn't have enough of sunshine. That's better.
There you go. Are you gonna let those ones out? Alright. So she's feeling better. She was being kind of like out of it for a while because, so your kidneys, they filter out all the toxins and everything in your system to get rid of them. And so they weren't doing that, and so there were a lot of toxins and everything in your system. So she's kind of would be So she's been on dialysis several times. They thought for a minute that she was stage 5 kidney failure, which is really bad. Now they think it's stage 4, but like really high. Stage 4.
Huh? That dog has been barking the whole time, staring at me and growling.
Growling's better than barking.
That looks terrifying.
So she's going to continue to be on dialysis. So she's going to do that every other day, at least until next week. And then they'll probably, what they're hoping to do is move her from the hospital. She was in ICU, now she's in a regular room. Now they're going to move her hopefully to a rehab facility where she can just do dialysis, but that she doesn't need all the extra medical stuff. And then eventually she can come home. She'll probably be continuing dialysis for a long time. Yes.
So did she like go to the ER first and then get put in ICU?
Yeah, because they put her on emergency. She went to Easley. They realized she had to go on emergency dialysis, so they moved her to Memorial and put her on emergency there. And she went to ICU more because they had to monitor her more than they could in a normal room. So yeah, but then she was downgraded to a regular room, and she'll go to rehab. So prayers for her, absolutely, of course. But prayers for Bear, as he's going through all this and he's working and back and forth and all that. Prayers for Charlie.
Who's Charlie?
Charlie is her son. You've
Oh.
probably seen him.
Oh yeah. I didn't know his name.
Doing that still seems like scared the living crap out of Camden. She goes into the other room. Ah! Shuts the door. I'm like, what in the world happened? There's this guy on his phone in the other room. Probably playing Pokemon Go, Mr. Bears.
Wait, Mr. Bruce is?
Huh?
Who's in that
Yeah.
bar class? 7th grade?
No, I taught your class.
Yeah.
Because he was running up to the
Oh
to the
yeah.
hospital and back. He taught the early class and the later class, but I taught the middle one. So.
Signing a paper with a Santa hat. So I rushed into a book room. We searched for a black paper.
Huh?
And
How many bags are you gonna get?
it was
I
just
only
spicy
grabbed
stuff.
one.
Oh, what's
Oh.
spicy stuff?
Huh?
Spicy chips.
I've had a Carolina Reaper before. Actually, a few of them. Reed gave them to me.
Alright. So, prayers for all of them. Lord, in your mercy. Any other verses?
That I'll stop getting like this little sniffles and stuff, and that my subscribers like this video.
Lord, in your mercy.
Oh, I bit my lip.
The autumn doesn't burn herself.
Lord, in your mercy.
What?
Please don't weaponize that.
That autumn lip she just bit will not get swollen.
Get a little bit better. Lord, in your mercy. Alright. Let's pray. Lord God, thank you for this day. Lord God, be with Sunshine. Thank you that they were able to catch this when they did. Because if it had gone on much longer, this could have been a lot worse. Thank you for all the doctors and the nurses and everyone overseeing everything. For their swift action. We pray that you would be with her when she's, just hanging out in the room. Reading and pray that you would be with Mr. Bear as he is teaching and working and visiting her and back and forth and this and that. Pray that you would just give him the peace that passes all understanding. Be with Charlie as he's worried about his mom. Be with the dogs. God, we thank you that we can come to you. We can talk to you. Pray that you would be with us as we wait for your coming. We pray these things in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. We got one more song.
Ow, it's going off the chair.
And we're going to head out soon after.
What time is it?
6:50.
Oh, I don't want to go. That's school.
Did you push the button?
I will push the button.
Alright, good. Come
I
push the
get to
button.
push the button.
So this, maybe you know this one? Maybe? This is a pretty standard kind of ad-lib.
What do I
Just arrow down.
That one?
Okay.
Slide shake.
Oh, come Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, and mourns the exiled until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to know Israel. You heard this one before? At all? Sound familiar at all?
Sounds
Okay.
nice in your voice. I've never heard it.
Thou wisdom from on high, and orders all things mightily. To us the path of knowledge. Teach us sinner ways to go. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Thou root of Jesse, free thine own from Satan's tyranny. From depths of hell thy people save, and give them victory o'er the grave. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Thou dayspring crown and shield, our spirits thine its burst of cloud of and death's dark shadow puts to flight. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Oh, that's the last one. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Let's pray. Lord God, thank you that you come into our lives through coming to us in Jesus Christ in a way that we can understand you and see you. Thank you that you come to us here and now in ways that we expect and ways that we don't expect. Thank you that you will come again and you will bring all things and make all things new. Bless us during this season as we wait and prepare for Christmas. We pray these things in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Yay!
Yay!
Nice.
Alright, now
Music chair.
Hey, I have to end the video! Anyways, guys, that was the Christian clubhouse.
Yeah.
Where a bunch of people come here to learn about God!
Not even a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's only 3 people here and a teacher.
Yay! And one of
I
the
don't
You
know.
have more.
yeah, like a lot more. And then we have Mr. Bob. Actually, that's the person I know. This is Jeffy. No, not Jeffy. This is Jeff. He's my invisible bro.
I punched Jeff.
Whoa.
Punched Jeff.
Alright. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Peace out, guys.